Yeah, so we're starting off with the IF-3 Vision. This is my first plane, first real plane that I've made with any thought or consideration in this game. And as the first, a rather quick build with a little bit of engine development, there's nothing really like the first one, you know? It takes off extremely quick, only going about, well, I guess 200 miles an hour is pretty good. Very fun to fly, smooth turning, just a lot of fun. There's nothing too special about this plane, other than I really love the shape of the wings. Obviously, went with a Blue Angels coloring scheme. And this plane has taught me a lot about how to add and subtract from an experiment and work towards improvement. Gotta buzz that tower. Then, well, I overwrote Mark II and Mark III, but now is on Mark IV. I've added a little bit of flaps, some small little winglets on the underside. I don't really know what those are called, but they're on the F-14, and so I decided to put them on my plane. I also messed around with the landing gear, which causes the plane to turn to the left. But I really love the handling of this version. I've changed the wings shape very slightly, angled it a little farther back, a little more rigid, a little longer. The plane itself handles very well. I'm sure it would handle a lot more smoothly if I was using a joystick, but a lot of the times I'm just seeing how it handles with the keyboard. I haven't done a lot of change to the engine, only the exterior of the plane. Something I really do love about this game are sonic booms. And this plane, just, maybe all planes sound the same, but I just really love the way this one sounds. Oh yeah. God, I love that sound. From this starting point, one of the only ways you can, or that I really feel that you can test the agility or adaptability of a plane is flying near that radio control tower. And in between the lamppost will rip your plane's wings off. Spend a lot of time just flying around this space. Then we have the Mark V. I added canards, gave it a little more gas, improved the induction space, added a little place for the wheels, streamlined it, and added a little more streamlining on top. I also fixed the power plant, giving it a little bit more speed. As you can see, there are a lot of surface areas on this plane. And it's much more agile. Something I really enjoy about the Mark 5 is how well it can roll. I think in the subsequent versions, rolling has been pretty slow for the plane. But with this version, I've noticed that the canards especially help with rolling and giving me a little more turning. Added some cannons just for fun. This plane is a lot more stable, and it's honestly just a joy to fly. By the time we've gotten to Mark 5, while the G-forces would be unsustainable, it is extremely aerodynamic and just very tranquil almost. But it really does consume that fuel. So now that we're out of fuel, or close, we're gonna just attempt to glide back to show off how peaceful landing with no fuel at all can be. As I said before, I'm not really using a joystick, so you'll see the ailerons flutter. I'm just letting the plane coast back to the runway. Very gently. I don't know if a real plane handles like this, but I love that in this game you can be traveling 300 miles an hour, nothing going to the engines, kind of make it back to the runway. Landing gears out. Nice and gentle. Beautiful soft landing. And that's how Through about 5 iterations, we went from just a fun plane to something that's actually quite good, albeit costs about $40 million. Oh well.